Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 5 of Superman and Lois. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into things because it's going to be a busy night. With that all said, though, if you want to see the full-length reaction to tonight's episode, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. It will be in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes of my reaction, the entire thing. Good thing, because CW puts these up for free on their website, so you can check it out there if you'd like. But you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, to try to make it worth your while since you are going to support the channel. And guys, enjoy this reaction. I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 5. Here we go.
I think that's everything. Your dad and I will meet you at the dance after my treatment.
There's going to be plenty of chaperones.
But it's a Valentine's Day dance. I want to be there.
You're getting around to chemo. Maybe take a rest after. Yeah.
I did want to touch on something because I saw some people say, like, you know, Mannheim could just as easily just deny her application because that's a very normal thing. This is a whole PR move, man. If he denied Lois Lane, a world famous person, that would be a huge bad look for his place that is promising all this help and growth for the community. Like, it would just backfire completely.
Wish me luck. Round 2.
You're gonna crush it today, Mrs. Lane.
No.
You and Nat taking him out for another spin?
Really appreciate you letting us use your land.
Hey, anytime.
Hell yeah, man.
Am I the only one who thinks the priority here should be her beating this thing and not poking around in Al Capone's vault?
It's Lois's treatment. She's allowed to decide where she gets it.
Bruno Mannheim stole your blood and then tried to blow up John Henry's sister. Not exactly the resume of a top caregiver.
I'm aware of that.
Is Jordan like, is this just like having Candace in the house bringing him down? Because, like, you know, John and him, but like John and her, but he's like, you know, still dealing with all the Sarah stuff. It's gotta suck.
I'll see you at the dance, Dad.
Dude, I love Sam, man. He's just such a sweetheart. I mean, like, his heart's in the right place all the time. We know this location. We see this place all the time. The Flash and Arrow and all that stuff. You know, he's a little headstrong. He doesn't always make the best of decisions, but his heart's always in the right place. And, like, especially since, well, he retired and then went back into the field, it's been like, aww. Fun to see him kind of get back into the swing of things because it's like he's been able to find this balance. I don't think we needed that close-up of that bag. We know what she's here for. Chemotherapy. I'm sure, I mean, like, it says that, but I don't know if we needed that for the effect. Wait, isn't this episode directed by David Ramsey, or is that the next episode?
Hey, Nat. Guess what I found in town looking for you?
Yo!
Maybe we can finally find out what Bruno Mannheim's up to.
Right. It's just the nurse said the anti-nausea medicine might wear you out, so maybe I should be the one doing the investigating.
Or being a patient here will allow me to move around more freely, undetected, so you just stay here.
I mean, undetected, I'm sure there are cameras everywhere, even illegal ones, knowing Bruno.
Lois Lane settled in.
Are you clear on what you need to do, Mr. DeStefano?
Okay. Oh, whoa. What in the world?
Actually, he found Sarah online and asked for Nat's number, but Sarah thought it'd be better if he came to Smallville and asked her in person.
Having convinced you to ditch every safety protocol you've been taught and lead him straight to the farm.
He seems like a cool guy.
Cool guy. Right.
Being a little overcautious here, right?
Seems like a lot just to go to some high school dance.
Not just a high school dance. A high school dance with you.
I want this to be, now I'm like barking up Sam's tree. I was like, this is too good. This is too good. What is going to be the catch?
You're making me nervous.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not getting treatment. I'm just here to support my wife.
What she got?
Inflammatory breast cancer, stage 3.
Is her first round of chemo?
Second. The first was in New Carthage.
How are you doing?
I just want Lois to get better.
Looks like we have like every other spouse. Have a seat.
No. God damn it. I don't know if I'm going to get through this season, man.
Need a hand? I don't know, half a dozen cars driven by, and you're the first person to stop.
Yeah, well, it's no big deal. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Because he's top billing. We don't have to pay anybody else to do any other lines.
You know, Crew and I, we've been pretty swamped lately. We could use an extra hand.
Oh, wow.
Seriously?
Yeah. Hell, you're the perfect age. If you want to learn, you know, something you might be interested in.
Yeah. That would be cool.
This is
But I work during the week for the Duns.
Your weekend's free?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you stop by next Saturday? We'll just take it from there.
Okay.
All right?
God, I love the show.
See you next Saturday.
Will do.
That's unexpected, but I like that.
Was in remission until it came back. End of last year.
Sorry to hear that.
And for me, I've been on both sides of the chair. First was where you're sitting with my daughter, Diana. She had breast cancer. Took her 3 years ago this month. She would have turned 37.
Wow, she was so young.
Her doctors thought the same thing and kept telling her not to worry, even though the voice in her head knew something was wrong.
Is she okay?
Oh, yeah, that's just the chemo kicking in.
I'm really sorry about your daughter.
Me too.
You want something to write about? This is my state-of-the-art research lab. Follow me.
Everything is alright. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. So there are like different types of lodges throughout the U.S. Because like I know we over here have like moose lodges. Are there also bison? Because I know like the water buffalo shtick from like the Flintstones and stuff like that. But are there like different animals? I assume there was like one, but
You get this feeling, this pull. That it'd be so much easier if you just let go. Doesn't mean that you don't love the people in your life or that you want to leave them, but that feeling to give in to the disease gets to be so strong. So this drive that your wife has, she's gonna need to use all that energy to survive.
She's not wrong.
Just checking in, ladies.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And where's your wife?
That was my Aunt Peggy. She called and she said that I can live with her in Topeka.
God damn it, John cannot catch a break.
We can still see each other on weekends.
Yeah. It's a good thing I have my truck now.
That is true. I've made that work before. 3 hours isn't a terrible drive. Well, 4 hours, whatever. Sorry. I was thinking about the drive I used to have to make.
You look so beautiful.
You said that already.
Because I'm an android. I'm only programmed to say a couple of things.
Now I'm sorry. Nat.
So much for a cool guy.
When I was 14, my mother fell ill. Couldn't figure out why. Turns out our entire neighborhood was built next to a chemical waste dump. Tried to get the company responsible to help, but you think anyone gave a damn about some cleaning lady from the suicide slums? After she died, I realized no one was ever coming to save us. So I decided right then and there, I'd do it myself. I will do everything in my power to save your life. But if you try to stop me from saving the people I love here in Hobbs Bay, that's something I won't allow.
What is his game, though, with these powered people, though? But, like, it's coming from, like, a genuine place, it seems like. That was a really good one. That was a really good scene. And I believe him. But, like, we know he's doing some bad shit, too, on top of it all.
So, I was wondering if maybe I could volunteer at the station.
No one's going to talk about Chrissy and Kyle being at this dance together? No one's paying attention to that? No one's going to mention it?
He's gonna think I'm some kind of weirdo.
The way that kid's been looking at you all day, there's nothing you could do to make him think that.
Why am I so scared?
Because love is scary. But you are the toughest kid I know. You can do this.
Thanks, Grandpa.
What you've done for me, what your family's done for me, I mean, you've all sacrificed so much to help me. You're not turning this down.
When are we gonna see each other?
We'll figure something out.
There's always a way.
I love you, Candace.
No.
I love you too.
You don't even have to drive. Just have Jordan drop you off. It'd take him like 10 seconds.
You know, maybe I should get going.
No.
We're gonna dance.
I think Cush could use your help with a little something.
Did you just refer to yourself by your own nickname?
I believe I did, yes.
And we are gonna smoke this Kush. We're gonna get a Kyle dance number. Wow. Man, Kyle this season. Kyle, most of the seasons, aside from the cheating thing, but like,
Find out where the hell
what the hell
is coming from now.
Yes, ma'am.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh no. You gotta strike when he becomes tangible. I don't think he can just do portions of his body. I've seen the Obito fight. Yo. What the fuck? How did he blast him? Oh, okay, so he's got super strength too. Okay, makes sense. Did his suit just heal? That's one way to do it, but Data's probably going to be transferred already. Oh, ew. Oh, God.
Too late, Superman.
XK, the Eradicator, and there was something else on there that I missed. God knows what else they had on the docket.
I'm in here.
Oh, is she crashing?
You okay?
Not really. I want to go so badly, but I can't. Honey, you were right. I'm not the only one who gets to have an opinion in all this. I need you to keep sharing yours with me, especially if I don't agree. You promise?
Promise.
God damn, man.
Please tell me you got pictures.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lane. We totally forgot.
It was my one chance to see everyone dressed up and dancing.
Maybe not.
If you're up for it.
Look at you.
Better dance with me.
Of course.
And Jordan can dance with Grandpa.
The answer's a firm no.
I was thinking about what you said earlier, and I stole your phone in the car.
Senior swipe?
Maybe you can find your next dance partner.
No. I love this family, man.
Mind if I cut in?
By all means.
No, I wanted to dance with Dad. What the fuck? Go sit down.
You wash your hair?
Okay, I'll stop.
I would hope so. I would hope he washes his hair.
That might be Lois. Or your ex-wife.
Oh, is it about the Mayor Dean stuff?
What's up?
I don't want to go public with that stuff about Dean.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, what did you... It's like, what else did you expect it to be?
Turns out this Deadline character managed to get the locations of several of our top facilities.
What kind of facilities?
Ones that store sensitive assets. So while you were fighting Deadline, the rest of Inner Gang was silently raiding the cupboards.
Wow.
What did they take?
This is our new priority.
Looks just like him, only more dead.
For now.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Well, that answers that question now too. This season, last season, I mean, again, we're only 5 episodes in, but last season was a little bit of a step down from season 1. This feels like we're right back into the swing of things. Bruno's such a fascinating villain because, again, you see where he's coming from. You see what he's trying to do. And even by making these powered people for himself, I think it's a way for him to, if these experiments work, if this information, these experiments work, he can create his own protectors. I think that's probably the end goal. And anybody that stands between him and that goal, he will destroy. But he's also willing to go to any lengths to protect his neighborhood in a way that the greater world never has. Like, I believe him when he says that's what he's trying to do. But, I mean, realistically, he is doing a lot of bad. So, like, it is this push and pull, but you kind of see where he's coming from in a way that he can't put his faith or his trust in anybody else, even though his opinions on Superman make absolutely no sense. But he set up this guy to go infiltrate, at least distract the DOD office while they raided their locations. They got the data and what they were looking for, but while that mess was going on, attacked the other sites. I wonder if that's all they made out with. What else could they have obtained? And what is he going to do with Bizarro? We've seen that cocktail that he's got cooked up did revive Henry Miller, but he's been dead for a while at this point. Do you think it could revive him? Could they actually do Doomsday this time with whatever this concoction is? Or they use him to create something else? Maybe a cyborg Superman, a different iteration of him? I'm very curious to see where this is going. Because honestly, I don't know right now. I don't know what the bait and switch is going to be this season. Because it's always been really good about switching us, just catching us off guard and pulling a complete subversion on who the villain is that we're setting up. You know, Mannheim right now is front and center. We know Lex is coming. He's been mentioned already this season. He's been cast, but we haven't seen him yet. And again, I feel like that might be too easy, but I don't know right now. We haven't seen Onomatopoeia in a hot minute, but like he seems to be like, not only do these people have super like enhanced strength, speed, and all that sort of stuff, but they all seem to be getting a unique power. I don't know. I don't recall what Henry's would have been. Like he was just like souped up. Because you know this world doesn't have metas, but then again, like he had that breastplate that was glowing, and when it got busted, that's when he was stuck in the wall. So maybe the serum is only giving him super strength, super speed, enhancing his physicality, giving him Kryptonian physiology, and it's the tech that is giving them these powers, which would make sense if the mask Automatopoeia uses is what is actually generating this ability, because we know outside of Kryptonian physiology and XK, this world doesn't have metahumans. They said as much last season. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Lana, she's on the level this whole episode. You know, she rightfully got pretty upset at Sarah there for a hot minute when she caught her drinking, but quickly understood what she was doing, and they worked it out. Kyle, recruiting Jonathan, giving him something to do, something that plays into him, his strengths, and something that plays into a way for him to be a hero in his own right. But at the same time, like many superhero stories or hero stories in general, it puts a toll and a weight on his relationships. And I hope that because of how great Candace has been, how supportive with just the family, with Jonathan, and understanding what the mistakes even Jonathan has made, that I would like to see this work. Because one thing the show has really done is shown these very complicated relationships and how we can make them work. Like even a failed marriage and how they can try to balance that outside of it. You know, even though, you know, Kyle and Lana have separated, we're seeing that healthy connection in a lot of ways. You know, say what you will about what happened like an episode or two ago, but like it comes from a place of care and concern, and like they work past it, and I think it's a really interesting dynamic that they're able to do in the show, and just showing these different perspectives and balancing everything out. Even with Sam and his apprehension towards this new guy coming in and, you know, hitting on Natalie out of nowhere. Obviously, he's going to be a little suspect right out of the gate because it is strange. But it's this gesture of, I hope, you know, attraction and love and not anything nefarious in the end. And then that plays into the greater theme of, like, this whole episode about, like, these connections, these bonds, this love, for this Valentine's dance that they had. That was what it was, right? It was a Valentine's dance. That extended even to Sam himself, finally opening up and being vulnerable to Nat, talking about his experience, how it's been 30 years since he's had a relationship, and now Jordan's like, hey, I heard what you guys were talking about. We talked about this a little bit ourselves. Here, let me help you out. Try to get you out there. You know, I like that whole bit. Though Jordan is right now, he's in a precarious situation because, you know, this stuff with Sarah is not exactly how he would like it. And he's just kind of the outsider right now. He's the third wheel in pretty much every step. Like, that's why we see him a lot now, I think, with Nat and hanging out with Sam so much, because he doesn't really have anywhere else to be at the moment, or he doesn't have his pairing anymore. So I'm curious to see where that goes. And then, of course, Lois kind of coming to terms with the reality of the situation and how it's affecting the people around her. And these little moments with Clark touching in with these other cancer patients was really powerful. And the way that they described it, the way they talked about it, and the earnestness that he has. Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulloch, they are top tier actors, man. I had never seen Tyler in anything before Supergirl. I know he was in Teen Wolf and some other stuff, but I never had seen him before this. And I loved his performances there, but like the writing just propels him to another level in this. Him and Bitsy are the pillars of this show, and I think they are underrated as hell, man. Like, they are so fucking good. Like, they need awards for this show. And I doubt they'll get them, but they should get them. They deserve them. Like, the acting and the emotional resonance that every one of their performances echoes is just so strong. Yeah, man. I don't know what else to really touch on in this episode right now. No John Henry, which was kind of surprised. Oh, wait, he was gone. He's got to go set up that stuff with his family. I forgot about that. Because I was like, him and Lana at the dance would have been interesting. But Kyle and Chrissy, that's another thing to touch on real quick. I like that they're kind of coming out about this. They're still kind of worried about tiptoeing around Lana, and they both had a sigh of relief when she didn't question why they were at the table together. But Lana completely missed them pulling their own little dance off and getting everybody up and going again. But I'm wondering, I hope that this doesn't cause any issues between Lana and Chrissy when everything comes to light, which eventually it will. But that's all I got, guys. What do you think of this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny, Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Jason, Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, and Josh Lee. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all next week. Actually, no. I think we're on break next week. I think it'll be the 25th, I think, is the next episode. So I'll see you guys in the next episode or the next video. Take care, everybody.